zesting your lime
So
or
you're
an
saying-
orange.
you don't
You
wanna go
want
all the way to the
pith.
pith.
It's a pith beer.
Can you
It's
zest a
a
pith?
pith beer,
It's a pith
for
beer.
sure.
I feel like a pith was be too crumbly to be zested,
A pith too crumbly to be
or
zested?
not substantial enough.
Well,
to
but
be
when you
zested.
take it and you
No,
just
if
like
you
if
zest
you just
too far, you go to the pith.
Yeah.
and then you just take the pith and you leave it in a pot and then you get the pith pot.
A pith pot, finally.
And then you pour it through your beer through it and you
Yeah.
got
You
it.
filter the beer through it.
And you
so
got
you're done.
your pith pot. Then you got your pith beer.
You're loving it.
Joey's really tickled
That's
by
really
that
fun
pith
to
pot.
say.
Pith pot. Pith pot is fun to
Pith
say.
pot.
Yeah.
Pith pot.
It makes you feel like you immediately can't talk.
Pith pot.
What are you talking
It
about?
makes you
It's
feel
just a-
like you're reading
Bro,
the
it's
Sons
just
of Steel
it's just
again.
it's just a
Yeah.
pith pot.
Pith pot.
I have so many of those pith pots.
Pith
Pith
pot.
pot.
There's not any sort of that clever of wordplay happening in that book, I imagine.
No,
No,
we're
There's a
gonna-
lot of
everything.
then.
No. And
Yeah.
then
A lot
of
then
and
then
every sentence has to have an adverb or something. That,
My God.
Even if it's already.
and then he did this action.
Then the bravest stood fearlessly.
surreptitiously. What was that? Prodigiously.
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 Oh
Damn.
my gosh.
Well,
What a great writer.
AI, take all the adverbs and find a synonym that's
He
fancier.
just like he even describes the spacecraft as a bird. Like he's clearly doing it from their point of view.
yeah.
But then says prodigious.
But then when it opened a latch, I genuinely, until the end, just thought it was a big robotic bird and someone was driving it.
Nope. He's
Like, that was it.
He's
I didn't
doing
think
it
it-
from
I di-
their point of view
I didn't even
because
get,
that's all they know.
I didn't
but
even
like,
get that he was
Because he-
trying
Do you
to
think
be
they
that
had the
clever
word
about it.
bird in their vocabulary, or they called it something else like skyrat?
Well,
They
they
just
wouldn't
made
even
sounds.
have those words.
Yeah.
That's true.
Right,
Yeah,
It'd be like a
Brr.
Arga, Arga, Arga.
Yeah,
Arga, Rongbach,
Wabah!
Rongbach.
That's it, guys. We finally devolved.
Yeah, if he was really writing it from their perspective, he should have gone all the way, and it should have been a bunch of fucking nonsense.
Joey, what did
I'd
we
bet you
trip
a
out
bar.
over the other day? We said some words. Oh, bus go by.
Bus go by?
We said the bus, something like that. We haven't even seen the bus go by, and then I was like, "That
Bus
sounds
go by.
bus go by."
Bus go by.
It sounds like a scientific name of an animal.
Bus go
a
by.
bus
Bus
go
go
by.
A bus go by.
Oh yeah, that was when we were coming down from
we were really
the
tripping out over that word.
observatory, walking
Yeah.
down that long trail back to the parking lot.
Bus go by.
Mhm.
Bus go by.
Bus go by.
Bus go by.
Damn.
Welcome to an
Anyways.
all-new episode of LOLJK, saving the world one topic at a time. I'm one of your hosts, Joey Reinish,
I'm Comic Bay.
I'm Kim.
I'm Brian.
and I can almost hear again.
Hey.
Apologies from last episode. I didn't get the Mario pages up on the site, but for those that are not on the Patreon, I got the worst ear infection of my entire fucking life.
Yeah.
Like a day or two after recording the episode, like I couldn't talk. I couldn't open my mouth enough to do my
the whole
excellent.
side of his head was sore.
I couldn't do my excellent John Leguizamo.
Did you have
justice.
Did you have an
That's too
inflamed
bad.
bus go by?
I had
Bus go by.
it
Was your
inflamed
inflamed bus go by?
everything inside that half of my head.
Like literally, I had to like painfully hold his ear open enough for the eardrops to even go in the ear because it was so swollen. Like his ear canal
Did
was
you do-
almost like completely.
Did you do the
closed.
thing that children do, which you just flail wildly and not let her put it in?
That would have
No.
been very funny.
I wanted
would've
it in
fucking
there.
punched
Just
him.
screaming and
At
crying
one
and
point, for like the fifth time, when he was like, "When was the last time you did my eardrops?" I was like, "Joey, if you want me to be the person in charge of remembering when to do your eardrops, you need to tell me I'm in charge of remembering that. Otherwise, write a note in your phone.
set an alarm.
You are an adult."
I was more just musing. You know,
But you mused every few hours.
I did.
I
was-
as tears were welling up
Yeah,
in your eyes.
To be fair,
Then, Joey, you could have just been like, I couldn't hear you last time you were talking to my bad ear.
I was in an extreme amount of pain. But I did find out you can take Advil and Tylenol at the same time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's pretty sweet.
Oh man, it still hurt.
Yeah.
With both of those, it was still worse than any other ear thing I'd ever had. But I could like think again.
They didn't just give you like the super ibuprofen or anything?
I had that from my back.
Oh,
So
there
I
you
still
go.
had it.
Yeah.
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 It's
Eight-
good to
the
have
800
that.
milligram pill
I will say, coming on, having a 600 to 800
in your back
Advil,
pocket.
really necessary, really important.
Just having
to
those
have.
on hand.
Yeah.
The older you get.
I mean, genuinely though, like it's like I'll make up a reason to go get some. I'll be like, yeah, my back has really been hurting me.
Yeah,
It's fine.
It's fine.
I think the
No big
guy's
deal.
like trying to scam us for Advil.
Yeah.
Why?
Yeah.
Wait, it's just literally just like it's just double the normal dosage.
can
Dosage
just
of,
take
Yeah,
of
one
you
in
can
pill.
just
It's
take
not
one
like-
and it knocks it out like immediately.
Well,
You feel
yeah,
good.
it's like
You
you,
could
don't
just
even need
take
a prescription.
4.
You just take 4.
But
Yeah.
is there stuff
Yeah,
in a
but
pill
It
that
hits different though than 4.
that's a
You
connoisseur
know
talking.
that. I'll say that. I think they hit differently. I think you're getting it in one big bomb. And it just like is
Yeah, I can
hitting
see
your
that.
bloodstream.
Yeah,
And,
it's
like,
not all- it's
Rather,
not-
away.
rather than like a
it's-
scatter shot.
It's
Yeah.
slightly
4
it's,
different pills.
It's delayed release
Yeah.
with the different capsules, but
Yeah.
there's one capsule it hits and
Yeah,
explodes.
yeah. I
I
think
buy that. You know what?
Yeah.
I buy that.
Hey, thank you.
I buy that.
I felt the difference. I feel it this morning. I woke up very hungover, and I took one of those boys, and it didn't make my day better, but it eliminated that problem of like a headache. So
One
that was
problem
cool.
down.
One problem was
just a
down.
prescription level
Yeah.
Advil and a liquid IV, and you're
Yeah.
good to go.
Yeah.
And that was I wasn't good to go, but it once again it
I
knocked
was
out
better.
it knocked out problems almost immediately. Yeah, I was
Boy.
better.
Every time I drink this beer, I'm just reminded how bad it is.
Yeah, it
bad.
does
I think
suck.
it gets worse as you drink it more.
It's bad.
This
Oh,
episode brought to you by
Blue Moon Light,
Blue Moon
citrus
Light.
wheat.
It is the worst beer I've ever
Please
had.
don't
One of the
send
worst.
us any. I'm so worried now that you name checked it that it's gonna get to someone that were like, "Hey, we just sent you like 4 cases
You can
of
send
it."
us just
Like,
regular Blue Moon.
You can just send us Blue Moon.
All
Yeah.
about that, sure.
That's fine.
Yeah.
That'd be
Yeah.
fine.
But they
Any
got all
other-
this light that they don't know what to do with. It is way more like possible we'll get that.
Yeah,
Guys, would you rather have a Blue Moon Light or a Mom Water?
Blue Moonlight, hands down.
Yeah.
yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
same. Just making sure we're on the
Still,
same page here.
alcoholic water is still one of the grossest things that I've ever had.
Ugh.
That is like
Absolutely abysmal.
At least I'm pretending this is
It's
beer.
just like
I can
some-
close my eyes
something
and
someone
pretend
left
this is a
out
bad
a long
beer.
time.
Yeah.
And then it's just like
it
you
is
accidentally drink it.
My shitty knockoff version of a High Noon went flat, and I decided to finish
Yeah.
it. I guess.
imagine wanting to drink everything all the time so much that you're like, let's make water alcoholic.
That's what being an alcoholic is.
Yeah.
I know,
Yeah.
but instead she had to go get it to create a business. Like we bought it in California.
It's that
Yeah.
Hoosier
That's so dumb.
intuition, that Hoosier gumption to
Uh-huh.
get real drunk any way possible.
By any means.
I
By
saw
any
another
means.
headline
When-
today
when
about
in
a
Indiana?
cruise fight that got out of control.
You saw another video or another one?
A video
Well,
about
there-
another cruise fight.
Oh,
recently that got
another
out of
one.
That
control.
they
Yeah.
fight across the whole boat.
No,
Oh.
it was at 3 a.m. in the
Yes.
food area.
That's where it had
Oh,
to
yeah.
happen.
Duh.
Yeah.
Like by the pizza
But
buffet.
it was mostly chicks, it looked like in this
Yeah.
video.
nice.
There was a lot of chair throwing,
Yep.
and then next thing you know, probably just like a misplaced chair or somebody stumbled because they were drunk, and then someone took that as the wrong thing. Or like
oh, it was a
someone
mistake. It
No,
was-
no.
oh,
There was full on chair
Oh,
throwing.
okay.
But it was like they were apart and they were throwing chairs.
Okay.
But then at some point, I think what happened was they got too close to each other. Someone got too drunkenly brave. And then like they
Tripped?
were like, yes, they were so stumbly and like, but then it was just a pile of women like in a brawl.
Damn.
Why didn't you
Jeez.
show
And
this
then
to
there
me?
was this guy in like a basketball jersey, nothing else, just like
Yeah.
classic drunk 90s almost.
yeah.
And he's the one filming it. And he just turns around and just goes, "We're on a cruise." Or like, "This is our cruise," or something like that.
Amazing.
We
That's real
should go
good.
on a cruise.
What,
Right?
Let's go.
I'll try and
Let's
find
wear
it.
Mad Max armor and go on
Yeah,
a cruise.
let's go on a cruise.
It was the last night of their cruise.
Oh, so
Of course it
And
was.
they
They were
got
going. They were
fined.
going
They
hard.
got fined and banned for life from
I mean,
Carnival
the last
Cruise.
they done the last day. They did it the right day.
Yeah,
Yeah.
say if you're,
You're
gonna
gonna
get
do it-
banned.
I mean, yeah, you don't get kicked out at the
Yeah.
start, I guess. If you're like,
Oh, they'll leave you
this
on
was
an
a
island.
one and done experience for us, cruise, let's go out on a bang.
Right.
Yeah.
They did it, I
I
guess.
think if you're that type of person, you're going on a bang, out in a bang, whether you want to or not.
Mm.
They
Fair.
don't get to decide. They're going out in a bang. They're just gonna.
It's just
Yeah.
like the momentum they have.
Yeah.
It was. It
There's
was the
only one
only
way
way.
to say this.
It was the only way
The-
their weekend.
The path,
Yeah.
laid, the path
Yeah.
laid before them.
Yeah.
It
went-
was to
went
drunken
a wall.
brawl.
Kyle, that's for you.
Oh.
Speaking of fights, you see the patron saint of Los Angeles got into a fight this week too.
I did
Danny
not.
Trejo.
Oh, I
Oh,
did
no.
see that actually at
Wait,
a
what?
parade.
At
or
a parade
something.
up
4th
in
of July
Sunland or
parade, yeah.
something.
Here, hold these.
Interesting.
I didn't see much
Okay,
besides the
keep
fact
them.
that that's what
Yep,
happened. I
yep,
was like,
yep,
oh,
yep.
Oh,
oh.
is this a topic?
Yep.
That's we got a package
Ah.
from
Addressed to you.
my mother,
Oh.
Oh, that's
okay.
for Kyle.
with
Alright.
something for Kyle.
Oh, very good.
Okay. Am I opening this?
Yeah, read
Yep.
that, and then Kim has it.
Okay.
Ooh,
As you take
It's
a
a
swig of your
two-parter.
Blue Moon.
it's so bad.
I think it'll
This
set.
is hard to
it's
open.
good combo.
Okay, got it. Great.
Good
Mhm.
Foley.
Do you want me to read this out loud?
Yeah, I don't remember
I don't
if
know
there's
what it
anything in
says.
it. Yeah, I think it's fine. If not, I can cut it out.
Oh,
but
okay.
Go for it.
Hi, Kyle. I showed the crickets snacks to Ollie and Owen, and they both said, ew. I said, I know my sister sent them to me, and she said people eat them all the time. They both said, ew, with much emphasis on the grossness of it all. Then I said, do you think Kyle would eat them? Great question. With no emotion at all, they both said, yes. So the challenge is yours. If you choose to accept it, you could eat what Joey's gecko lizard did, a fresh batch of crickets every week with some bacon and cheese for you. Okay. Hugs, Mama Reinish. Okay. Oh, right. I feel like I've seen these before,
So
right?
she sent my aunt in Texas sent these to my mom, who then took a picture and was like, I don't want these. I'm like, send them to me. And then she told the boys about it again after that.
Yeah.
But there's 2 boxes, and
Oh.
these are crickets,
Yeah.
bacon and cheese. Not recommended for people with shellfish allergies. May
Sure.
contain milk and soy. These are cricket snacks,
Mhm.
bacon and cheese flavored. Let me get them.
Kyle just showed him.
Oh,
Give
Have
them
you
a little
guys
look.
not had crickets before?
I have
No,
not had crickets
I have
before.
not.
Have you?
Yeah.
Okay.
Couple
you,
times.
You want to have some more?
Yeah, I'll try one.
Like I would try them. I think if they were encased in chocolate.
I've had chocolate covered crickets.
Yeah.
And then there's a up in Seattle at the baseball field up there.
Mhm.
They have like a specialty cricket thing that you can get. It's like spicy, like really hot, spicy crickets.
Oh, like on top of something?
No, just like you get them like a little like ketchup cup,
Oh,
basically.
weird.
And
Eat
also,
'em
I will
like
say,
nuts.
too expensive. But yeah, and also like the
I
problem
thought
for
that
me,
was the point, is that they weren't expensive.
well, I think just because it's a novelty thing,
Yeah.
they just jacked up the price. I'm like, these idiots, they're buying crickets, they'll do it. I will say the one thing for me about that one was that it was just a little too spicy for me.
Really?
Yeah, but I've had
Oh.
chocolate covered crickets before too.
I feel like there
Try
would.
not to look at them too
Yeah,
much.
that's
though.
kind of
It
the
is,
key. You
like,
just don't
sort
look
of
at
like,
them. Just put them in your mouth.
Yeah,
I just,
Kyle has to eat it first though because of the letters to him.
because I've had them before. as well.
And then we're all
what
going
was
to
the
eat one.
situation
No.
in which you had them?
I think it may have literally been this brand.
Oh, cricket.
It's a very similar situation. So yeah, you just have to like not
Think about it.
think about it because they do taste good.
Yeah.
And they
It's
are
just your brain.
perfectly fine. They're just crispy.
There's nothing in it.
Like nothing
Well,
squishes
that was
out of
that,
it.
that was
you
the
know
nice
what
thing
I
about
mean?
like the chocolate covered ones. It was like eating a Crunch bar.
well, that's why
Yeah,
I said I
yeah,
think
yeah.
that's a safe
nothing
environment
squishes
for me to
out of
try
it.
if I'm
Nothing
gonna.
like I can see its eyeballs, and that's really what trips me up.
Yeah.
I don't
Yeah,
like
the
seeing
legs
its
are a little
eyeballs.
weird. Seeing the
And the-
legs and eyes, are a
but,
little weird,
like, in general, like nothing squishes out of it. I have to just eat it, or I'm gonna. All right, cheers.
cheers. Bink. Oh, his head.
My guy.
You gotta eat that.
You gotta get a new one.
New
I
guy.
killed him.
He cheered so hard his
Oh,
head
no,
fell
wait.
off.
All right, try
Cheers.
again. Cheers. Bink.
Okay.
They're very crunchy.
I knew they were gonna make
Yeah.
crunchy, but
You know
How are
what?
they?
The
Pretty
flavor's
good,
not
though.
good. There's not. I mean, they're bland.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
I
they're
feel like the
nothing.
bacon cheese should be hitting more.
Oh,
and
you
it's not.
kind of.
Is it there?
No.
No.
not
you can
really.
wash
Maybe
it
you
down
need
with
two.
a nice blue moon light.
Maybe you need 2 to tell.
Well, yeah. Do you want one, Joey?
No.
Here.
You should try one.
Try.
I will throw
Don't
up on
look
you.
at it.
No.
Don't look at it. Just put it straight in.
I can't.
It literally just tastes like a crunchy.
I know.
bit.
I'm 100. Like probably so. But I'm like not in the
Kim.
Nope.
adventurous
Can't
mode.
do
Kim.
it.
Angel Kim.
Can't do it. Won't do it.
Come on, Angel.
Come on,
Come
Angel,
on,
baby.
Angel.
Come on,
Don't
now.
Come on,
start
Angel.
with that.
All right, Brian and Ellie, one more. Cheers.
Cheers.
Don't fucking get it.
Don't.
It just sounds like you're eating like fried batter.
Yeah, they're nothing.
Yeah.
I mean, guys, you better get used to this.
I
'Cause
know.
This is what the future
This is
is
our
going to be
future.
for
I
us.
know. Yeah.
Again, the flavor, they just went weak on the flavor.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Didn't have enough powder in there.
Yeah.
If you
Yeah,
flavor blast
basically.
with these guys,
Probably
you know what would
alright.
be good?
Fucking
You know what would be really
good.
good with these? Like a cheese, like a
Mhm.
cheddar and sour cream cricket. Ooh.
Just any Dorito flavor would
Yeah.
be good with it. A fucking Cool Ranch.
Yeah.
Just a
Cricket?
nacho
So what
cheese
does it
cricket.
taste like then without enough bacon cheese?
It's just
It's crunchy. It
crispy.
just tastes like
It's
crunchy
nothing. It
Just tastes like you got a chip without the flavor.
Yeah,
I mean, it's like it's just nothing.
it's nothing.
It's
It
like
just tastes like a crunchy thing.
yeah. It's more of a texture thing than a taste thing. Like
Weird.
it doesn't really taste.
And the texture is nothing. It's just crunch.
yeah.
it's just a visual thing of like
Yeah.
looking
Yeah.
at
Yeah,
it.
'cause
That's
there's
why
nothing
honestly,
inside.
I
I mean, you
don't-
saw
I don't-
this head fall off. Like there's nothing.
yeah.
I mean,
Ins-
they're
yeah,
so
inside
cheap. I
these
feel
guys.
like we should just spend the extra money to like de-leg.
They're so tiny though.
But the legs
I
are
know.
part of it.
The thing is, it's like I don't. If I was looking at it and like taking like a bite and then looking at it another bite, I think
You'd
that would
be a
be
problem.
sociopath.
that would be weird. But like just
The
I
fact
just like
that I
taking,
can
like,
look beyond it and fuzz my eyes and then put it in,
Yeah,
that's fine.
it's
You
fine.
still have to
Yeah.
do that though. You can't just pop it.
No, it was freaking me out looking at it too much.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
don't. Yeah, it's just a little.
Then
weird
when
looking
its
at it.
head fell off, then it helped a lot. I
'Cause it was
got
ju-
over it.
it was
I
like,
was
oh,
like,
so
oh,
dry.
The
yeah.
that's what was nice thing about the chocolate covered ones is like it looked like a cricket, but it's covered in chocolate still, so it's like
Oh,
it's
weird.
easier to like take it in.
Yeah.
That
I
was the
suppose.
first time I had it,
Have
back in
you
the day.
ever eaten any other bugs?
not on purpose. You mean like when I'm
Good
riding a
answer.
bike and a fly goes in my mouth?
Yeah.
Yeah.
No. Like, what?
Yeah,
Mealworms?
I was trying
Ugh.
to think.
What are the
yeah,
other ones?
I think crickets
Grasshoppers?
are the only
No.
ones that I've ever eaten on purpose.
People eat grasshoppers, though, right? Did I make that up?
I don't know, man.
I
don't
thought
know.
like grasshopper legs.
I know people have been eating cicadas.
Ooh, those seems like they would burst.
I think it's the same. I think ultimately, if you fry, like do what you do, I think any bug can basically be this.
Ah,
Do you know what I mean? Like basically
just
just become
exoskeleton.
a crunchy, yeah,
got it.
you know. but-
Whey. Gee, there's
So
just-
they're fried.
There's just not enough. Oh yeah,
It
there's just like
says crickets and grasshoppers are the two most commonly mentioned edible insects.
they're just not
Okay.
flavored enough.
Yeah.
Like this is weak.
these
Yeah.
Do better, crickets.
edible insect
Do fucking better.
connoisseurs seem to agree that these two insects are among the best tasting of all edible insects.
And these don't taste like anything.
Yeah, I would say that when they say taste, they definitely just mean that it's like a nice little crispy treat.
Sounds like they'd be good salad topper.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, crouton.
Mm.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
Absolutely.
just texture.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Really do it to really freak people out when they're like, "Oh, there's a bug in here." It's like, no, that's the cricket topping. You asked
Oh
for.
no!
It's called
Yeah.
something else, something fancy, like
I've
Escargot.
been trying to
Yeah,
think of. I
but
was
like cricket version escargot.
Mm.
I've been trying to think if there's like
Crest
if I have
cargo.
eaten any other type of bug, but I don't think I have.
No.
I've like
Shrimp.
I've been kind of
Mm.
interested of there's like a cheese that like has maggots in it, and that's like part of it that I've always been interested in
But is it
trying.
like ground up or is it like?
No, they're like the point is that they're live in there and like
Oh,
That's the
making it
point?
happen.
Yeah,
Somebody
Why?
fucked up
do
their
that
cheese.
one.
Why
and-
is that
blend
the
it up.
point?
I mean, cheese is
I don't know.
the thought
Who
of cheese
wants
is all
that?
spoiled stuff anyway.
Some
so.
that's some fucking grade A manipulation.
Yeah, that's what I was like.
That's somebody
It was
fucked
a,
up
it
their
was a
cheese
bet.
and
It was
they
a
were
bet
like,
somebody
nope,
made.
this
It
was my
is
plan.
The Kazumarzu, the maggot cheese or grub cheese.
Ugh,
It is widely talked about all over the world.
I'm sure.
doesn't
it
mean
is.
it's good.
Not by us.
So is Hitler.
Kazumarzu, the cheese with maggots.
So is fucking
Uh-huh.
global warming. I just
Climate change?
climate change. Thank you, Kim. It doesn't matter. We solved it. We figured it out.
Well,
Kim
we
said
didn't.
we figured
No,
it out.
I
We
didn't.
did it.
Feels like it's warming pretty good
No,
over here.
that's a lie.
Yeah.
It was last year, but now Kim said that we fixed it. We fixed it, so it's okay.
Oh, it is a cheese that is forbidden to be sold not only in the U.S. but also in the European Union.
Jesus.
So where can you buy it?
Because you'll
Like,
go blind.
Well,
Mm.
any place that's not the U.S. or the European Union, Brian. There's lots
So,
of places.
yeah.
Where
still.
then? I don't
Like
know
England.
where else that would be.
Yeah,
Good
there you go.
point.
Fair.
Touche.
fair.
Hey,
Yeah,
Hmm.
touche.
nice.
I know stuff.
Look at Joey, Mr.
Well,
cultural references over here.
Yeah.
Speaking of the future we're headed to,
Uh-huh.
with
Segue?
eating crickets and insects. Yeah,
Nice
Huh.
segue.
The one
Thanks.
where we've solved the
I was
climate crisis.
recently alerted to what I thought was going to be a major problem.
Someone's going back in for crickets.
Brian,
Joey.
It's fine. I can watch you do it. I just don't want to do it.
You may have heard
I'm a super
that there's
taster.
been some shortages of helium.
Mm-hmm. Actually, I just learned about this.
And you may have heard that at some point in our
10 to
future,
15 years.
there will be no more helium left.
Oh no.
Helium is, I have learned so much about helium, you guys.
Yeah.
Helium is the only element on the periodic table that does not renew.
Period.
Yeah.
That's
Huh.
so weird.
There's like a finite amount.
There
of
is
it?
a finite, it doesn't renew. It is so
Why
light.
the fuck have we been putting
that-
it in balloons?
So it stays in, it's inside the earth. It's so light, which is why it makes balloons float,
Yeah.
that when it escapes the earth's crust, it just goes right through the atmosphere into space. We don't keep it in our atmosphere.
you know what that is?
on
That's the
Earth.
original inhabitants of Earth finally free.
Yeah.
They're just finally.
It's their
getting away.
souls.
Every
So
once
it
in a while,
doesn't-
some get trapped in
I
balloons.
guess I always thought that I thought it was part of like our breathable atmosphere, but I
Nope.
guess that's not true.
It's not.
Wow. I
It
thought it
just
was part of it.
Flies
Nitrogen.
away.
Weird.
Yeah.
What a dumb element.
Done.
Idiot.
It comes from like the radioactive decomposing of minerals or something. I don't know. I'm not going to attempt to pretend I know the science part.
Yeah.
Sorry, brain thing there. Clearly I shouldn't talk about the science part. But it says it takes like millennia for helium to be created.
Sure.
So while in theory more helium would be created
At some
through
point.
natural processes on the earth,
Yeah.
it's not like we can just go out and make it, or that if we use all of like the available in the next 5 years, more will be made within 5 or 10 years. It takes thousands of years to make more helium.
That's
So we're
crazy.
using it way faster than it's being created.
Is there
Yeah.
anything helium is for that isn't balloons?
Yes, in fact.
So let's stop using it on balloons.
Because you know what it is that it's used for?
blue
Well,
Well,
crab
and
blood?
apparently we keep thinking of new things to use it for.
Great.
Cool.
Good
But-
timing.
Okay.
But a
Balloon
pretty
fetish.
important thing that you apparently in current technology have to have helium for is MRI machines,
Holy
Oh.
shit.
Oh.
because liquid helium is like the coldest thing on the planet.
Oh.
Yeah.
And so the magnets in an MRI machine spin so fast that they use liquid helium to keep it cool.
That's crazy.
That's
Does that have
so
to be
crazy.
replenished, or is that?
Yes. So the way that you get liquid helium, because it doesn't naturally occur in a liquid state.
But I mean, if once it's in there,
yeah.
do you need to keep putting more in there once you build a machine, or is it?
That
do you
is
know?
a great question that I
Okay.
assumed
It
you
seems
would
like a
have to, but
thermometer
I don't
that would
actually
just-
know the answer to
Because it's
that.
trapped.
It sounded context clues tell me yes,
Okay.
because I
yeah.
talked about selling it only to like important places
Sure.
that use it for like things like that is what it sounded like to me,
Mhm.
and that the
Oh.
reason you would need to continue buying it is
Yeah.
because you're not just like constantly making new MRI machines at
What
your
a
hospital.
cool thing
but, like,
for us to our generation
To
like
ha-
when
have
we'll
as a problem.
absolutely need MRIs.
Well, fortunately,
Like, we'll just be like,
the,
yeah,
nice,
not
the
happening.
nice thing is that the boomers are gonna use
least-
use it all up because there's so many.
At least
Yeah.
they got the balloons.
But we
Yeah,
also
we
are
did get
using helium apparently in high-speed trains
Mm.
Okay.
and
If you say diet squirt,
Oh,
I'm gonna lose my
Is
mind.
it because you have to cool? It's once again, it's like cooling.
I didn't
magnets
read why,
again.
but I assume again
think
it's a
it's-
similar
it's a
technology
cooling
to
magnets,
MRI.
I
Yeah,
think,
I'm gonna
yeah.
assume
A
that I
cooling
thought the
thing.
same
Yeah,
thing. Yes,
cooling, Yeah.
but apparently the way you make liquid helium is you compress it into a canister so much, and then you spray it out of the tiniest little nozzle because it's so compressed it comes out as a liquid, and like. I didn't really comprehend what this meant when they were explaining how cold it was, because I was like, how do you store something that cold? I don't understand. And so then that's why they said, oh, you store it as a compressed gas and doesn't turn into a liquid till it comes out. I still don't understand how we can build something like an MRI machine that can hold something this cold. But apparently its boiling point is like -4 Kelvin. Like,
that's like our TV.
what?
It's
Right.
4Ks.
Oh my God.
Oh my lord.
Jesus Christ.
Woohoo!
Got him.
On fire.
Wow.
And again, if I'm misquoting the science, I apologize.
So we need
if
to
you
get
want to know
in-
more, look it up.
We need to get in on
But-
helium futures and a new MRI machine. We need to put all our money in helium.
Well, there's a couple. Basically, we do need to probably come up with some other options.
I would say,
For
yeah,
helium.
probably. Yeah.
Make the boomers do it.
But it's so light. The reason a helium balloon will stop floating after a few days is because the helium is even passing through the surface of the balloon and going out into space.
We're
because
literally
it's
just
so...
looking at it for a minute and letting it just go.
The
away.
reason it makes your
sometimes
voice
we
high.
suck it in so we can talk about
Yeah,
it.
talk
that's
funny.
The
pretty-
reason it makes your voice high is because it makes it like travel faster than normal sound or something.
Oh, wow.
Oh,
That-
It
I
like
did
bends
not
the
know that.
sound waves as it's coming out of you or something weird.
So this stuff is just like a miracle
It's
thing.
crazy.
Yeah.
And it's almost gone.
Well, it turns out most people think it's not almost gone.
Oh.
So it's all just a big fucking clickbait.
Well, the way they
tease.
they think it's not almost gone, but that we need to come up with what we actually need to come up with is a better way to harvest it. Because basically they're saying they think there's probably a ton of helium still within the Earth's crust.
Oh yeah, we
Like,
should definitely
yeah.
get in on
Yeah,
that.
we gotta
inside
get
the
down
Earth
there.
is
Gotta
a
get
pretty
deeper.
big place.
We got to
Yeah.
get in there. We got to take all the stuff out
But
of it, hollow it out.
Right now, the way that we get it is when we're harvesting natural gas, and then we like extract the helium out of that, apparently.
Oh,
And
okay.
that most of the helium in the whole world comes from 3 places. One of them, I think, was in Qatar.
Qatar.
And the other 2 were Texas and Wyoming.
Sure.
We did it! USA! USA! USA!
But they said we need to come up with a better method of harnessing it and getting it because it just keeps leaking out of the earth, dissipating into the atmosphere, all this grade A helium, just letting it go.
We gotta
Like we
trap
didn't
it.
know what we had here.
We
we ever
trap
do we
it.
have
figure
some
out-
sort of like gas X for the Earth that we could give to him to like stop it from escaping?
Did we ever figure out an alternative to horseshoe crab blood?
Not that I'm aware of.
So we're just like fucking coming up on all this stuff. Throw more glass into the ocean. You fucking stupid old people.
How's that going to help?
Just that's how
The
they
idea-
solve
Well, I
problems.
don't think it is.
Oh, okay.
We didn't
Sure.
even
Okay.
find any glass.
No.
No, you didn't find any glass
No.
at the
No.
beach?
No.
It seemed prime area for that.
Yeah. That's bummer.
I think there's particular beaches that are good for that.
Where all the olds dump shards of glass into the
We were
ocean.
not on an Olds beach.
I mean, there's olds that live down there.
Well, that's because the only people that can afford to live down there have lived there for 50 years.
Oh, yeah, olds.
But I'm just saying there's not a lot of people that live down there.
Oh.
So
And
it's
they're-
people like
Oh.
us. Yeah.
and they're not really, and the people that are there, they're not really living.
Yeah, they're
you know?
existing.
They're just, they're just there.
Waiting.
They're just
Waiting.
sitting around, smoking, and listening to music.
Using up all
day.
our fucking MRIs.
using
Our
our
MRIs,
goddamn
and
MRIs
our
and our
balloons.
Son of a bitch.
What
I
it does,
I
that
was
sums
I
up
was so fascinated learning about helium.
that sums up people so well.
Yeah.
Is this very important limited resource,
Yeah.
and we fill it or we put it into balloons because it makes them float.
And we
Well-
use it to have fun rehearsals.
We obviously
Yeah.
didn't. I mean, like, I'll hand it to us. We didn't know probably how limited it was.
I mean, how
at the
No,
time.
definitely
how
not.
new are MRIs?
And now we
anyway?
can't
Yeah.
give up balloons.
Yeah.
right?
Come on.
Are we
If soon as we
idiots?
find that out, if it's even possible, it should be illegal to sell balloons with helium.
Norway did make it illegal to sell helium
Well,
balloons.
yeah,
Oh, wow.
they should do that.
I
That was-
I think it's just a good reason for us just to keep drilling that oil. What I hear, just keep drilling that oil if it comes out of the
Hell
natural
yeah.
gas.
Helium
Hell
there?
Yeah, they get it from the natural gas. Where do you think that's from?
I don't know.
I learned about this from an episode of Smiling Friends.
helium.
Yes.
Whoa.
There was a competing company called the Frowning Friends, and they dropped the fact that all of the helium would be used up in 10 to 15 years. And then
That's funny.
I was like,
Looked it up.
yeah, well, in the show, one of the main characters looks it up and was like, that's true, that's real, that's true. And then I looked it up and I was like, oh my god,
Okay,
it's true, it's real, it's
They,
true,
they
it's
didn't
real.
lie. The cartoon
Everything
didn't
they
lie.
said was real.
You know that it was in the show because they had that exact moment.
Yeah.
Fucking absolutely,
Yeah.
yes. It's just like
Fucking what?
being a part of that chain
Yeah.
was really great
That's funny.
and depressing.
I still haven't gone back and watched any more of that, but that one episode was pretty funny.
I was sorry. I just wanted to make sure I was on top of that. Why helium makes your voice weird
Mhm.
situation. It is because it travels like It's like how sound travels different through water than it travels through air.
Yeah.
So it's basically making your voice travel through different air, and it travels
It sounds
faster.
Yeah.
like that.
Weird.
So it makes it sound like that because it's traveling faster.
Remember in Sphere they breathe in helium?
Mm-hmm.
They do?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. When they
Why?
go down to the bottom in the water.
Because it
They
has
breathe
more
it-
'Cause
pressure.
Something
or-
to do with water pressure nonsense or something with air or
Yeah.
something like we breathe but put this on and now we can talk normally now. My name's Dustin Hoffman.
Oh,
doesn't-
Yeah, that's like a
right.
detail. Why would you even do it?
That seems like that wouldn't make sense.
Yeah, well they had to put it in there and then have a reason for them not to be talking like that the rest of the movie too.
Well, that's stupid. So let's not
Let's
do
not
that.
do that. But the nerds will need us to have it in there.
Right.
And then nothing else will be like the book. It's fine.
Totally.
There's a
fine.
big ball.
Yeah.
There
I
was a
don't-
ball.
I don't remember much about
You
it.
wanna touch it.
honestly.
Touch the ball.
Was
It's
there a
freaking you
shark?
out, man.
No.
Nope.
You're
No.
thinking of Deep Blue
There's
Sea.
You
no
are.
shark.
You're
Isn't
right.
that the smart
Yep.
sharks?
What's the one with the liquid person? Nope, that's the abyss.
That's the abyss.
That's the
That's the abyss.
I remember nothing.
Sphere.
I read the book. I saw the movie. I remember nothing about it.
Brian,
besides-
remember the
Brian,
helium.
helium.
Sphere is-
That's it.
The big ball.
Sphere is a sphere.
What?
It's a big sphere.
Obviously, there's
There's
this
a
and
big-
then
sphere.
it's
there's a big
giving
weird
them
ball,
like visions.
And it's
Yeah.
making it weird.
They're all
for
having
Isn't
everybody.
it a
weirdo
giant
visions.
But I don't-
gold ball? It's
Yeah.
like a giant
But
gold
like,
ball, right?
what happens?
It's like
Do they
underwater
kill each
Giving
other?
them visions.
right?
No,
Like-
I don't.
I don't
think so.
remember.
Oh,
I
is it
really don't
underwater
remember.
contact?
I felt like it was like underwater contact.
That feels
Like
It
it's
right.
definitely
like
is like
weird
a
technology and
communicative-
it makes them crazy.
No, it makes
Yeah.
it communicate.
That's kind of like
somehow.
contact. I mean, she doesn't make her crazy. I guess.
You know what?
She
Another,
sees things, but that's on purpose.
You know what that reminds me of? Another Michael Crichton book that also got turned into a movie. Timeline. You guys remember
Wow.
Timeline?
Paul Walker,
I've
Timeline.
Timeline
Nope.
P-Box.
Never watched,
I don't
know.
seen, read.
I don't know
Time
anything about
bubbles.
Timeline.
Time
He goes-
bubbles.
He goes back in time.
In a bubble.
Paul Walker in a car.
Is it-
No, I'm just kidding.
I was like, in a
And he
car in a
ste-
bubble?
And
In
he
a car,
steals the
in a bubble.
Declaration of Independence after it's made.
in a car in a bubble.
Like, yeah, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay.
Of course.
Continue. Excellent.
Why haven't I watched this?
I wish.
I
that's
thought
what
that
it
was because that's the one that has like the knight on the cover or something. Like,
Yeah,
Yeah.
they go back to medieval
Yeah, they go like
times.
medieval time. It's like
Why?
Knight and King's or Camelot, whatever.
Like
Like the
King,
Ninja
whatever.
Turtles?
Yes.
Yeah.
like Black Knight.
Yeah. Exactly.
Yeah.
More like Black Knight than
Okay.
Yeah.
anything
Yeah.
else.
Yeah.
Yeah. Obviously.
Very much like
I was
Black
just trying
Knight,
to make it something really goofy.
like a kid in King Arthur's court.
there you go.
Yeah.
Yes, that's a good
That's
one.
another one too.
That sounds dumb.
It is.
Timeline, the movie,
Yeah, it's
the
not a
movie
very
slash
good-
book.
The
Yeah.
movie
It's
slash
not a
I
very
book.
good
remember
movie.
liking the book more than and the movie being trash.
I never read the book.
I remember.
And I know
enjoy-
the
I
book.
don't
read the
imagine
book,
seeing
and
that
the- and the
movie would make you
was-
want to read the book.
Yeah.
No. I read the book before the movie came.
Yeah, you always gotta read the book first.
No, I had just like I think I read it, and then a couple years later, we're making a movie out of this too. I was like, cool, and then we're gonna have Paul Walker in it. I'm like, and then it came out, and I was like,
And then he died, and then you felt really bad about it.
yeah. Now in retrospect, we
Yeah.
would need to respect
We
his
didn't realize
entire
how good
filmography.
we had it.
Look,
We didn't know
you
how
can
good we had
still
it.
He could be in.
disappointed
He could have been in
something.
Fast 10 Part 2, Electric Boogaloo.
Yeah. I agree.
But now we don't have that.
I
And
know.
and we wouldn't have had to
Look.
rotoscope his stupid head onto his brother.
Yeah. It's true.
But
You know what? I pay the bills. What do I complain about?
Yeah. No. You can't be mad.
if it's any consolation, if he was still alive and still in Fast and Furious movies, odds are Vin Diesel would have chased him away by now, and he would still.
Or would
Not-
he have
I
chased
think
Vin
I
Diesel
gotta
away?
say I think they were
How?
genuinely in love with one another. I
That's
think
why
that
he's
they-
so
I
mad.
think that's why he's gone. I think that's why Vin Diesel has become such a weirdo in the last. Like,
He lost
and
his. He
He
lost
was
his rock.
keeping him a
I
little
think
bit
I
sane.
lost
think
his
he
rock?
lost. Like yes, I think he lost
His personal
like,
rock, not the rock.
I think
Yeah, yeah.
literally he was keeping this shit grounded and like whatever his role was as a producer, as a friend, was a really grounding presence. And then he died and things have
Went off the
gone
rails.
wild. Still fun movies, but like they are clearly missing something
Yeah.
after he died. I mean, Paul Walker. They're missing
They're
Paul
missing
Walker.
Paul Walker,
I
yeah.
guess that's obvious.
Specifically
It's not-
Paul
it's-
Walker,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
But
not
even
that hard to
after he
pin down,
died, he was
actually.
still
Yes, I
in
know.
it. It was super gross.
Yeah, well,
They
I'll say
had
that
to
that's
finish- they
one
had to
of the
finish the movie.
few
Finish the
classy ways that I thought it was handled pretty well.
It was handled way better than it could have
for this series. They could have been
Yeah.
real weird about it.
Hey, it's
and
me,
they-
Paul Walker. I got plastic surgery. It's me. You can call me Paul Walker.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's
they could have
fine.
put his essence in a different
And
body.
they,
or
they do
something.
the Poochie thing. My planet needs me, and I have to go. Do 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 do.
That's it. They just face off him with someone. He has a
kinda-
face off surgery.
it's
and
Rob
that's
Schneider,
it.
but
Oh,
it's-
and then
yeah.
they're stuck that way.
Rob Schneider acting like Paul Walker
Yeah, that'd be good.
back in the whenever this would have happened.
I don't think
I mean,
Rob
not
Schneider.
that
Not
long
was
ago.
he
Not
already
that
in
long
Rob
ago.
Schneider,
2015,
but-
2016,
Yeah,
2015?
it wouldn't have been that long ago.
Was it 20 when it came out in
2016.
2016?
16?
Kevin Hart.
Doesn't matter.
It's
Kevin Hart type.
Kevin
I think
Hart,
came out in
no.
2016. Yeah.
Kevin Hart is in the Fast and Furious universe.
Is he?
He's a sky marshal in Hobbs and Shaw.
Ugh.
So he's
And
not actually in Fast and the Furious.
Oh,
He's in the
Fast
he's
and
in the
Furious
universe.
Yeah,
he's in
that's
the
what
he's
I'm
in the
saying,
FFCU.
Yeah.
He's in the
Yeah,
FFCU.
He's in it.
I don't like those
FAFCU.
You don't like them?
movies. I don't like them.
Well, I don't know what to tell you.
I haven't seen the last.
I don't
two.
want you to tell me anything. I don't like them.
I haven't seen the last two. I saw the one with the submarine,
Yeah, that's pretty fun.
I don't think I saw a submarine.
and then I was upset when
they
they.
get chased by a submarine.
I
The
don't
end.
think I saw
Yeah.
that.
And I bet they do car kung fu.
I'm glad
Yeah.
I'm glad they went to space, but I really wanted
They
them
went
to
to
use an actual
space?
spaceship and not just a
Oh,
car.
Like
yeah.
Reese?
Oh, they go to
Oh, they
space.
go to space.
Like Reese?
Yeah.
No,
No.
This makes more sense to me. Actually,
Oh, I get it.
this actually makes
Yes,
way more
what?
sense.
sense.
Yeah.
I just thought you were saying race like an idiot, like a car race in space, which
No.
actually is
A space race.
You
basically
said
what
that they
happens.
went
Space
in a
Reese.
car, and that makes more sense.
Yeah, to me, yeah.
Did they
I-
just drive up to space?
Well,
No.
no.
They fill the car
They
with
get
helium.
launched.
They got NOS, Joey. They used the NOS.
They
I think what annoys me about those movies, and it's definitely me just like assuming things, is I feel like everyone in them feels like they are so fucking cool. And all they're doing is sitting in a chair doing stick shifts really
Going.
violently.
I don't.
And the car's doing all this shit, but they're just like,
I think. I think.
On a stage,
I
surrounded
think-
by a green screen.
I think Vin Diesel thinks that. I don't know if I get it from everyone else.
oh,
but
and you need this shot.
yeah, yeah.
Well, you
You
gotta
should have
look-
done
you
sound
gotta-
effects.
Well, first of all, Joey, you have to look over your shoulder when you're changing lanes. Come
Yeah.
on.
Yeah.
No,
Yeah, that's
it's-
basic
Come on.
safety.
That's
It's
basic safety.
After you're miles past the thing you just blew up, you gotta vogue
Check it
to-
out.
You gotta vogue. No,
Yeah.
you're
No,
looking
you
out the window, but you can't see that.
You never.
Wait,
It's
you're
5
looking-
miles back that way, but you're like,
You never look at the explosion. You always keep driving.
I thought you had just blown past someone in a race and you were looking
Yeah.
backwards.
no, you're
Oh.
doing cool shit, and you're like, that was cool.
Oh,
Like, that's
I don't know about
that's
that.
how they all feel to me.
There's definitely. Listen, I think they're great films and would
Let's not
recommend.
go crazy.
I think they're pretty fun.
There you go. That's better.
To me, that's great. Yes, Brian.
I'm just wondering if I should watch the last two. I haven't
Yeah.
watched the last two. I should just...
It's not gonna ruin your life.
No, I know.
It's
Screw
gonna
your
be fine.
No, I just haven't. I
John
haven't
Cena.
time.
John Cena shows up.
Well, he's a delight.
He's
He
a
is.
delightful man.
He's a
Yeah.
delightful man.
You can't see him.
I think he's. Yeah, he's good.
Yeah,
We
yeah.
like John Cena.
He's
John Cena.
yeah.
He's
Yeah.
alright.
Yeah.
I've heard
He's-
right.
he shows
He's
up
alright.
and he's Dom's brother that you've never heard
Well,
anything about ever for the
amazing.
rest of the series.
I thought they were all about family, and he
Well-
has a brother we've never heard of.
Yep. Well,
Well,
it's
that
about.
doesn't-
See,
Trap.
Kim knows.
It's about found family.
It's a family you
Oh,
find.
it's a
as
different
well.
family.
Yeah.
Fuck your real family.
Yeah.
Until
Sure.
until the ninth movie, then bring them in.
Then bring them back.
You know what?
As the
Brothers
bad
have
guy.
other lives.
Wasn't Jason Momoa a brother that wanted to kill him or something?
No,
No.
he was the
No.
son of the bad guy from Fast Five.
That's right.
Wow.
Yeah, because they retconned
And they-
him into like one of those scenes on
Yeah,
the bridge.
they retcon him into like the
Oh,
final
that's
scene.
fucking-
But that's,
It's
but that's what
actually
they do.
great.
They
Wow.
usually retcon in the bad guy
Yeah.
from the next one into one of the older movies, and
Yeah.
you go, "Oh, it was him the whole
Yeah,
time,"
yeah.
when it never was.
Yeah, it's pretty fun. Pretty dumb.
That's how they
pretty
brought
great.
Statham in.
Momoa basically just Momoa just shows up in a movie.
And like
he's-
licks a knife.
Man, he's getting weird, dude.
Yeah.
He just they clearly were like, we love what you're doing, dude. Just do
keep
it.
doing
Just
it.
keep doing it.
No rules.
How many times
So
does he lick
weird.
his knife?
I don't know if he ever licks a knife.
What?
I know that there's a very Joey scene where he is sitting with a bunch of dead like men that he's positioned in like lawn chairs and stuff
Oh,
as
that's
like
good.
as a hangout and is like talking to them. So like,
That's
yeah,
pretty funny.
it feels like a.
I always think about when we.
He also has
saw-
a great
Did-
flowy
did he put-
shirts.
Oh,
Did he
that
put
would be
did he
nice.
put strings on their mouths so they
No,
talk?
it wasn't
like,
that.
Turns out I have
That
termites.
Termites.
I was just say, I think about when we saw Dune.
Anybody know a good podiatrist?
And it was Timothy Chalamet and Jason Momoa on the same on screen together having
Yeah.
a scene, and Joey in the theater just like leans over and she's like, "They're the same species."
Both fully grown men.
Weird. Well, when you put it that way, that is distressing.
Right?
Yeah. It's a little weird. It doesn't-
Any other animal,
Yeah,
if they
he's
look
not
like that,
actually a child.
that would be a different kind of animal.
Yeah.
yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, like, that's a jaguar and that's a house cat.
Yeah.
Or a cougar and a
Yeah.
jaguar.
That's
Yeah.
a silverback gorilla and a
No,
baby chimpanzee.
Those are
Yes.
both humans. They're like, no, they're not.
They're actually not. So
One's like a wee baby version.
Yeah, nope, not
20
actually.
Certainly
26-year-old
Certainly
man.
that's a lesser species, right?
It's like, oh, he's gonna be handsome when he grows up. Like,
He'll turn into that, right?
you'll turn into that.
if he drinks his milk, I guess.
Imagine if they had made Momoa like a Duke of Leo.
Leto.
Like,
Leto.
that would make.
Atreides.
I'm so disappointed.
I mean, I
in
would
you,
say
Sam.
still that's a different species.
Yeah. Yeah.
like
man.
adopted.
Yeah.
Or
Yeah,
That goes against the thing. It's about the lineage.
Yeah,
Couldn't be
yeah.
adopted.
it's true.
that's why they didn't cast him.
Yeah.
Brian, what's your topic?
I liked Oscar Isaac as Duke Leto.
Yeah, he
Hey,
was
me
good.
too.
He was good.
Yeah.
Well,
That was good. I'm real sad that when he died, I'm like real sad that he died.
Did you not know he was gonna die?
No, John, I've read the book so many times. It was like maybe they changed it for the movie.
We
Maybe this
definitely
one
hope
time-
he's gonna die.
Maybe
Yeah.
it's Gurney who dies this time and not the Duke.
I mean, everybody does.
Well, yeah, unless you're
they don't show the men tats enough.
Agreed.
All right, I said it. Done.
What were we watching?
The
other
guy
day?
from
The Matrix, and I was like, "This is just Dune." They
you
even
did say that, yeah.
and then they even called him the Messiah at one point. I was like, "Did they just call him the Messiah? This is
Well,
literally
I think
Dune."
it's Christianity.
I think it's just I think
I
you're
mean,
I think you're
yes.
just thinking of Jesus.
No, but he gets
They're all-
blinded.
Dune's just
he,
Jesus.
He gets
does
blinded,
get-
but he
that's
can
true.
still see.
Yeah.
Oh, sure.
And
Yeah.
That
then
is
they said
Dune.
he's the
Yeah.
Messiah.
That is
Yeah.
Dune.
and I was
yeah.
like, guys, this is just Dune.
He's got the brain plug.
Dune.
Yeah, just like
Dude,
Dune.
he rides.
I was
A,
like,
he,
what's that- what?
he rides a sandworm.
Drinks his
He's like
own
Dune.
sweat and piss.
Yeah,
Dune.
just like it.
Yeah.
Is a
Anyways.
product of generations of breeding from house to house and
Dune.
Dune, very Dune. Anyway, speaking of robots taking over,
Yes.
we don't have to worry about it, everybody, because here in America we have Americans with guns
Great.
They're
Are there
going
shoot
to-
robots?
hunt all the delivery drones for us.
Nice.
I'm sorry. What?
Is delivery drones becoming a problem?
Yeah, because Walmart has delivery drones now, apparently too.
Did not know
Oh, that are like flying shit out
yeah,
to your house.
and guess what? They're getting shot.
Well, yeah, because they're
'Cause people are
probably
stealing
pilot.
stuff,
Are they
right?
pilot programming it in like Arkansas or something?
100%.
Yeah,
100%.
they're, Florida.
Of course.
So
Yep.
there's a mistake number one.
Places where you
Um,
can get blueberry Pepsi
Yes.
and weird
Wow.
Taco
Florida.
Bell stuff.
Problem
Florida,
number
which
one.
Yeah,
recently
that's true.
banned
Where they try out all their new foods
Yeah,
that might
the
kill
burger
you.
at Taco Bell.
Yeah,
Fruitista Freeze. I still remember you, Fruitista Freeze,
that's really upsetting.
and how I ordered one, and the person thought I was an idiot at a not local Taco Bell. They're like, that doesn't exist.
What is a
That's
Fruitista
not a
Free?
thing. It's like, well, it is.
Well, you missed out.
So
well,
we're good.
so what that's most of the gist of it. But what I thought was interesting was that it actually you get the same penalty for shooting a drone that you do shooting an aircraft, like a
Oh.
fucking jetliner, like a Boeing. I mean, you don't have to shoot a Boeing; they fall out of the air.
Yeah, they don't need the help.
It's fine.
Leave them alone.
But
They already have
got him.
yeah,
Did you know that global warming is causing us to have more turbulence on our flights?
But we fixed that problem, though. You said we fixed
Well,
it.
We fixed helium.
Well, that's fine.
oh,
It's close
I'm
enough.
not sure that's
So-
Put more helium in the airplanes.
You can get up
Right.
to
yes,
They'll
perfect.
fly better.
That's true. Shooting at any aircraft is charged as a felony with up to 20 years in prison as a
Fuck.
recommended penalty.
It should just be destruction of property if you
Drones
shoot a
are
Walmart
not-
drone.
Well,
Fucking-
it counts. I mean, this is an FAA. This is like the FAA and a federal.
I'm just saying,
Yeah,
it's
It's
like,
federal
probably-
look, this is a great example
law.
of the law needs to change with the technology. Not that that's ever going to happen again, but
It's probably because they
It's a
don't want it to
specific
fall
agency.
on like someone's house or something.
I think it's just in the
They're not
anything that
sniping
goes
it. It's on their lawn probably, and they're shooting it. Or like,
or it's coming right for them. As long as
Yeah,
you
it's
yell, it's
coming
coming
right
right
for
for us, and then you shoot it, then it's fine.
Well, they need to get air rights.
What if they think it's? Yeah,
That's true. If they cross the
Doing
air
air
rights,
rights.
you legally are allowed to shoot
Yeah.
them.
there's
air
all
rights-
the air rights.
But between their distro and the house is like
The one house.
well that
Well,
you're
anything,
delivering
anything
to.
directly up
So
in
you
the
just
air.
get temp air rights.
Look, I think everyone should get like half a penny
yeah.
when your air rights are used.
Was that the end of Burlesque?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Burlesque
Was
was
that
the
the-
movie with the air rights.
Where
don't
the
remember.
problem is solved by air,
Air
rights.
rights.
Yeah.
That's how Cher saves the day. She
Yeah.
comes in and says,
She's got the air rights. Yeah.
She holds up the document.
That fucking sucks.
Yeah.
I just remembered air rights because it's an emoticon in our Slack.
Yeah.
Oh, it's
Yeah.
because
But it's
we all
because of
watched that
that.
movie.
Because we watched that
yeah.
movie. It was like one of the first earliest
Yeah.
pandemic movies we watched together.
That's funny.
And
I don't think I saw it.
I think that was
I mean,
a birthday.
I saw
it was the
It was-
Linnea.
it
It was
was
the
a-
Linnea.
it was-
Yeah,
yeah.
Linnea one.
Yeah. I mean, I saw it, so I'm sure you were around. I watched it with everybody.
Air rights.
It's a good
Yeah,
movie.
yeah. That was how that one.
And I
What
learned
was it in
about
the
air
mo-
rights.
What was the context?
They were
of that?
gonna build like a condo building or some high rise, and then they're like, "Well, they can't because we have the air rights."
Yeah, we own the air rights to it. You might,
So we sold the building, but not the air rights. So they or something.
Oh, they
Those
own
are
the, they
separate.
own the Z
Yeah,
axis.
yeah.
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 That's stupid.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes, it is.
Would
Yes,
agree.
And,
And then
and then
And then-
it's still
And then
stupid.
Cher comes in and has the air rights.
It's amazing.
she saves the day in the last 2 minutes of the stroke of midnight. One of the stroke of midnight things.
It is really like a
It is honestly a perfect movie.
Yeah, we joke about it, but it's got all the it's got all
Because
the
we're
beats.
jealous.
It's got all
I
the
think
beats.
that's Hard Ticket to Hawaii. I'm sorry.
Oh,
Well,
Hard Ticket to
yeah, Hard
Hawaii
Ticket to
is a
Hawaii.
that
very
was
good movie.
very enjoyable.
God,
Yeah.
the samurai sword at the end. If you just had that, the white guy named was it Mr. Chang?
Mr. Chen?
Something like that.
Mr.
Yeah.
Chen?
It was a.
I think it was,
oh,
yeah.
Boy,
Yeah.
good movie.
He was very white.
Everyone should watch Hard Ticket to Hawaii. You will be entertained, and that is it.
Yeah.
Don't go for art. Don't
Yeah,
go for
don't.
story. Just
Nope.
go and want to have a good time. And if you want to see something happen in that movie, it'll fucking happen.
If
Yeah.
you call it, if you say
if
it,
you
it will,
just
it
make
will
sure
be.
you stay till the end,
Yeah. Oh God, I hope they do this thing, and they will.
pretty much, yeah.
It's good.
Yeah.
And then boobs are
Yeah.
there. Or
Yeah.
a random cut of looking at a girl get out of a swimming pool. Apropos of nothing.
Yeah.
that's right.
Back to the scene that we were still
Or an important
in.
scene
That
just
was a solid,
happens
like,
in a hot tub for no reason.
2 minutes where like a girl got changed and then a separate girl got in and out of a pool, and
But
that
I'm
was
pretty
it.
sure the A and B sides of that scene were the same scene. Like we left this scene
Saw
to
the
see
pool.
the girls doing that, to come back to the
I
scene
think-
and finish
I
it.
think maybe we did. Well, and then there was the one where we cut to important reveal happening in a hot tub. Reveal happens. Ladies get out of the hot tub to go deal with the thing somewhere else.
She did.
Yeah.
She,
Well,
did
they had to take their tots out.
she did. She did her best thinking there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You got to get in the hot tub without
get
a
it.
top
In the
on.
jacuzzi.
My thinking tub.
Yeah,
Sequence
it is-
jacuzzi.
And stay in the jacuzzi with your nipples just above the water line the whole time.
Just above.
Just above the whole time. Oh, I'm trying to. Can you stand up a little bit higher, please? Not in the shot. What do you mean I'm in the shot? I'm right there. You are in the shot. The nipples.
The nipples.
Nipples. We have a Watley problem?
No, he's fine. He just got a little restless.
He's wandering around.
Yeah.
Oh. You good now?
Yeah, I
Okay.
think so.
Kyle, what's your topic?
Well, here's a gross thing that I saw.
Cool.
So there is. Here's a thing that maybe you guys haven't thought about with robots, but it certainly has been a problem that plagued me. Is whenever we make robots, the thing that turns me off about them is that they don't have human skin.
The lack,
Is
of,
that they're
the
not
lack of
wired
sexual
human
organs.
skin.
That's
It's
right.
fucking awesome.
It's so gross.
It's fucking awesome.
Is
Look
this,
at
is
this.
this a?
This is like our
trying to-
human skin jacket. We're gonna make human. Oh, why does it have googly eyes?
Oh, I did see this too, and I'm like, why? They're growing it, right?
Why does it have eyeballs?
Oh
And why are we
To make
growing
it look
human
happy.
skin for
You.
robots instead of like? I mean, we grow skin for like skin grafts and stuff, right?
Yeah.
We grow
Labs.
skin for medical applications.
But we still, mostly skin grafts are still
Your own
taking
skin,
your own.
right?
Because that
Yeah.
still
Just
works
because that's the
best.
best.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's still the best option.
Yeah.
Like to not be rejected or whatever.
Yeah.
But
This is
still,
like a thing that's interesting because this is one of those where I've read this article a handful of times, and I actually think there's not a good reason
But
for
what
them to
are
be
they
doing
gonna-
this.
What are they gonna put the skin on?
Robots.
A
Cause-
robot
On the
face.
robots.
No. But wait, time out. It's still not gonna feel like a person if the skin isn't draped over muscle and fat.
Oh, so you have
subcutaneous
to. You would
tissue.
have to make. They're talking about
You can just drape it over a robot.
It's a lot of extra work because yes, you have to create like very specific servos and like things to pin the skin to basically
or it just feels
make
like a
it
person
move.
has skin on top of their skeleton directly.
Yeah.
Like we have muscles and fat that
Does,
make it
well,
feel
here's
like that.
another one. So this is another
Oy.
alternative.
It looks
Where-
like a Texas
Yeah.
Chainsaw
Yeah.
Massacre face.
How do they keep it
That
on?
one
What kind
looks
of
like a piece of ham with some googly eyes
It's
on
Yeah.
like
it.
Billy
Yeah.
Bear
Yeah.
Ham. You know what it is? That's what it's like before it turns into Robin Williams.
Oh, that's true. But that is living skin. So that is like living skin, but it's lab produced.
what kind of human glue do they use to keep it on the skin?
I believe collagen gel. It is a layer of collagen gel containing cultured human dermal fibroblasts,
Ugh.
and that's what binds it to these little. Apparently, they make little perforations in it, and it'll like that
Attach to that?
collagen kind of attaches the skin. It acts as a meat glue. They can just say it's meat glue.
Yeah, yeah.
It's human
Yeah,
meat glue.
bringing it down to layman terms.
Yeah.
Human glue.
Call it meat.
Human
It's just
glue.
human meat glue.
Flesh glue.
It's fine. But yeah, it's being made by Takuchi's Biohybrid Systems Laboratory.
Of course.
So
Yeah,
there's a
wasn't gonna
couple
say it, but-
distressing things. There's another thing where they have also been like, they've made skin that can self-heal from like
Stretch
minor
Armstrongs, yeah.
For
lacerations.
robots,
like the
robots or
50s.
for us?
Stretch
Uh,
Armstrong.
I guess our
Well, they
skin
can't-
does self-heal. What am I saying?
Yeah,
Yeah.
they can't like make us have new skin, but
Yeah.
yeah, like our skin does do that.
Yeah.
Yes.
I'm just thinking like Wolverine, where it's like we get stabbed
Yeah.
immediately.
Yeah,
It's
I'd
not
like
super
that.
fast healing.
But
and then
the
then the
problem-
bullet goes bing.
But the
and you go,
problem once
"Nice."
again is just like, why robot need that? Why robot need
well,
that?
because Kyle,
Why
they have
robot
to
need
make
that?
physical wife.
Because
Physical wife.
Yeah.
Soft physical wife.
Kyle, when they
Fleshy.
fully replace you with robot, we have to make sure when we try to test if it's you, we have to cut and see
Yeah,
if
right.
that's the test.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
So when robot Kyle comes here, we're like, "You're a robot," and you're like, "Beep boop, I am not. Try and cut me," and we slice, and it
I think
bleeds
it's
and
less,
heals. We go, "Oh my God, you are Kyle," and then you go,
I think
"Beep
it's
boop boop,
less
that's
about
right."
testing whether or not fooling someone into believing they're a person and not a robot, and more about just like, look, day to day, we get hurt. Robots gonna get banged up.
They gotta feel our
That
pain.
is definitely
You know?
exactly what they say in this. Is they're just like a bunch of minor things.
Robots gonna
Building up
walk
good.
into the corner of the coffee
so
table.
Is it so
Yeah.
you can
You know?
see? Is it also so you can find out like robot safety? So robot OSHA, ROSHA.
Rosha.
So you can have
I
a
think
ROSHA.
Just like how many times you want to take that sucker into the shop?
The gross
Right.
thing on top of it, though, is that they're over here being like, we'd like to even add sensors and pores and sweat glands and
Why?
fat.
Yeah.
So
Why?
you can just, I don't
I
know.
didn't get a robot so that it would
So
be
you-
sweaty.
Yeah, so it's oily and sweaty and has fucking
No.
Robo BO. Like,
oh God, it's got acne. We didn't,
Robo
we
BO.
didn't scrub his pores well
It's
enough. He's got
not-
acne.
It's not what
Robobo.
I got a robot.
Robobo, yeah.
I got a robot to clean the house, not so that I'd have to clean a robot.
Yeah.
Come
no,
on.
I don't want to. If I put it like, I don't want it to sweat through its clothes because it has very real genitals too. So I have to make it cover up because I built genitals for it.
Ugh.
It sweats too much. It has to wear a diaper.
Yeah. It's
You know-
pissy and shitty, and we'd like to add piss and shit to our robots. It's like, why?
To what
Compacted
end?
food
Don't
bars.
do it.
So they can finally die.
Finally, so they can die.
Ugh.
They can Robin
know what?
Williams.
When you were like, so we put the skin on it, and what is the purpose of this? It's so when the robot uprising happens,
It makes it harder
they
to
can
tell.
grab their mouth and just tear their face
They
open,
just-
and then everybody
So they can
shits
just
themselves.
so they can straight up Terminator, just like cut it and then just have half their eye underneath the sunglasses.
But
I had dun, dun, dun.
I had a T2 toy
Yes.
that was A skin
tizzy toy.
injector toy.
It comes up a lot.
Yeah,
Does
we've
it?
talked about
Yeah.
it
I think we've
before.
talked about
It comes
before.
up a lot, Joey.
We know.
Yeah, it does.
Yeah.
But that's the only thing that's for. So you
It's-
can be like,
look,
So to
That's
dramatically
creepy.
rip it off.
Yeah.
So the thing is, like, I get the sense that they're doing it because they're like, yeah, we want robots to, like, people to just not be freaked out by robots. So we're gonna try to give
No,
them
we want people to be freaked out by robots. Like I
not
don't
robot
know.
people.
I
Robot
don't
people
know.
don't.
Not these guys. These
I was
guys
gonna
want
say,
it.
like, if your grandma needs a companion, you get them a dog, right? Not
Yeah.
a robot that's fleshy. But
Well,
I
a
guess
dog
that
needs
is
to be
very
taken care of.
different.
Oh, I don't know. I saw Andor. That robot was pretty fucking cool.
Yeah, that's pretty cute,
Pretty
robot.
cool robot.
But they didn't try to make it. They didn't give it skin, and that's why it's adorable.
that's also true.
It's not a fleshy
Yeah,
ball.
there's no- there- like, that's-
picking up stuff.
Honestly,
Imagine,
the
imagine
best
it was like
part-
if it was BB-8, but it
Yeah.
was skin. And it just rolls around,
like
and picks up
Oh.
just like a
everything.
nut.
Yeah.
It's got hair,
Just
just like a scrote.
constantly crumbs all
Yeah.
over it. Ugh.
It's sand.
I was just about to say sand. There'd be sand,
so much
always
sand.
sand.
It's
Why
a-
is there always sand?
It's a lint roller for the floor.
Yeah.
Yes.
So gross.
It's got
Oh,
a human.
it's like
It's got
a-
a human eye.
If it's hot, it's leaving a slug trail through your
Ugh.
house.
Sweats.
So gross.
It's got the
Yeah, of
fur.
course it's sweating.
Give
It's
all
got
the
a-
robot skin.
Yeah.
This is amazing.
All right, never mind. Give them skin. Now I was like, my favorite thing about the Star Wars universe is they don't do that. Like, it's just like,
Robots
yeah,
are
robots are
robots.
robots. But now I'm like, give them all skin.
Give them all skin.
Now I think it's pretty funny.
C-3PO
Skin?
talking all normal, but like you can see too much metal around his eyes.
Yeah, he still
it's hanging,
does. Like,
it's
skin
hanging.
jacket doesn't
he
fit
has
quite right.
he has lips, but it's just a constant open mouth. But it still just has his little.
His grill in it.
I feel like they
Yeah.
wouldn't have muscles, so they just like
No muscle, no muscles, no muscles, just open.
They would just
like
flap.
it's wearing it.
So like
Just
his
open
voice would
mouth.
sound normal
Yeah.
because it's coming from his speaker,
Except,
but his
like,
lips would just like.
there's a shot where like the chin starts falling down, and you hear Chewbacca go, "Arr," and then he covers him up, and then he comes back, and there's like a pin, like a safety pin with the skin on there.
so gross.
Good job, Chewie.
It would be so good.
They just sew his mouth shut, but he can still talk perfectly fine because
Yeah.
his jaw just wouldn't stay closed.
Yeah,
Slack jawed, just hanging off the bottom of his head.
I think that's good. We should go pitch this to George. See if he
Hey,
can put out a
George!
new special edition where now all the robots have skin. Everyone has to rebuy all the
All the
movies
toys.
again and all the toys.
For the
We
fucking
just turned
horror
the toys
show.
into Barbie dolls.
The R2D2,
Now
which is
that-
basically just like a foot.
Just
All right,
I
guys,
mean,
you know
basically
what?
just like a chode.
I'm sorry,
Yeah.
sorry, but I think this is what AI is for.
That
I
is
think
what
this
AI is
AI
for.
Give
Robots
Thank
are
you.
C-3PO
Just
skin.
take the robot, take the literal shot, and do a pass where it's like the robot has skin.
Yeah.
Right.
Oh,
but like
that'd be
bad. It's not good.
good. He's gonna make it bad
gonna
anyway.
make it
Yeah, it's gonna make it bad.
I don't
Just
know.
tell it what you want, and it's not gonna. It's just say skin, and it's gonna be a
Same
little weird.
thing.
Yeah, that's true.
It's gonna be a little weird.
I'd watch it. Kyle, who do we have to thank for this episode?
So much Robobo.
Robobo.
Well, we have a sponsor board, and on that sponsor board, some of the sponsors are real, some of the sponsors are fake. But the realest of the real are, of course, our Patreon sponsors. And this week's Patreon sponsors are Papa Reinish
Yay!
and Neat Weeb.
Yay!
Thanks, sponsors.
Thank you,
you.
sponsors. You too can join our Patreon at patreon.com/LOLJK podcast, and you get so many bonus things like the movie thing that we never say the name right, so I'm not gonna make
Movies
Joey.
on tape.
Joey's reading
Books on movies
Books
on
on
tape.
books on movies on tape.
Tapes of books on movies.
There we go.
Tapes of movies and books.
Movies
and
on books on tape.
You'll get our bonus shows, do commentaries, other weird shit we've done.
Just
The-
JK.
Advice to Size Aerobics, the Just JK, which comes out every single episode. It comes out twice a month, and we feel good about it.
Just
and
means
that's
that.
where
It's been
You can
been
learn.
happier lately.
yeah,
So you guys can listen again.
yeah, it's chill. But yes, if you join at the $20 Silently 2 tier, you can get a shout out on the show. And then, of course, if you want to be a big dog, you can join us at the Trisha tier, where you will become a producer and you will get producer credit, a shout out on the show, a vanity card custom made by Joey that will play at the end of the video. And you get 1 note per episode.
He's not sent us any.
Well,
I mean,
that's the
I mean,
beauty.
so
of,
Joey,
that's the beauty
you
of
know
him
what-
not
you know-
hearing it
you
until
s-
it's out.
You know what we say, Joey? We say no notes.
No notes.
no
notes.
notes.
No notes.
What
One
kind,
and
of, what
done.
kind of notes are you gonna give?
And of course, the producer
know?
for this episode is David Gray.
Yay.
Yay! Thank you.
Yay.
I'm giving him his drawing next week.
Great.
Going back to the Dina.
We're going back.
Oh,
to
no,
the
no. We're
Dana.
going to Gus's.
Oh, Gus is good, man.
nice.
I haven't been to Gus's in a while.
Yeah, I haven't been there either. We are also sponsored by another, as seen on TV, Walmart purchase.
When you said another, I was
Ooh.
like, Annie's? Like
No.
that in
I
my
was thinking the
head.
same thing.
Oh,
Another-
really?
I'm
so
you went
sorry.
back far.
You know
Yeah.
what? I haven't checked on Annie's in a while. They might have made new stuff.
They're probably still quilting
I
and
think
murdering.
we've fleeced that website pretty hard. Yeah, we
Did
are.
Can I
Everything.
tell you, I looked for a long time, for a couple of times for a while, of some kind of subscription mystery Annie style that we could subscribe to.
That
to
was good?
participate in. I couldn't find. Like, I'm not gonna. I don't know how to quilt.
Can
I
you
don't know how to do
learn?
any of those
Well, you
things.
can learn, though.
No.
That's the point.
like-
Can you crochet?
No, Can't-
Knit?
I can't do any of that shit.
You got to learn before you're old.
But it's like but Kim,
That's true.
you love untangling things. It's the opposite of untangling. It's tangling.
It's tangling with style.
Yeah. It seems like it would be your jam.
Okay, Buzz.
Yeah.
Seems good.
Well, first of all, that's Woody, so hold up.
Oh, yeah.
Calm
Woody
yourself.
says it.
We are sponsored by the HD Vision Visor. It is. It has a unique design that includes optical lenses
think
for
by unique,
daytime
you mean
and
stupid.
nighttime driving.
Is
Is
this so
it-
you can feel like a fighter pilot from a bad movie
Yeah,
when
so-
you're driving?
It's basically just like
You flip down
something
the-
you attach to your visor that flips down, but it's basically like a giant, not even sunglasses.
Can you just wear
like,
sunglasses?
Yes. But it also works at nighttime. At daytime, it reduces glare by preventing the sun's bright
Like
light
sunglasses?
from blinding your vision.
Yeah.
I've
At
seen one of these.
nighttime, though, they help to minimize the visual effects of high beams that stream from.
So
it seems
you're-
like a bad idea to use it at night. Don't
it-
do that, actually, please.
does it like lessen the astigmatism effects?
Oh, yeah. The light streaks.
Because I could get behind that, to be honest.
I mean, it.
Kyle, does
I-
it lessen astigmatism streaks?
Does it
It-
solve astigmatism?
Well, there's
Can
a,
this lens solve
the
my
most,
astigmatism?
The most helpful review is
Make my eyeballs
doesn't
round?
is 1 star doesn't work.
Well, then I guess not.
So
We'll have to try for version 2.0.
basically,
Still looks like SD.
yeah, it's still basically it's stupid.
Stupid.
Everyone's like it basically exactly what you would think. It looks cheap. It looks flimsy. It's just a piece of plastic that
That's
flips
orange.
down off your visor.
Dodoy, guys.
Yeah, and obviously does not work. Yeah.
Way
so
to like find a gap in the market that doesn't exist.
one of
I
them
wish
is
something
Way to
would
make a
shield the
gap.
sun from my eyes. You know what? Nothing does that. We're gonna solve this problem.
there's a 1 star review from Connie,
Oh, Connie.
signed Connie.
Mhm.
And then there's one that my favorite one is a 1 star review that says from Kathy that just says
Help, I'm trapped.
can't figure out how to attach it.
God
Great
damn it,
start.
Kathy. You're an idiot.
Way to go, Kathy.
It's literally
You're
a
doing it.
fucking cliff.
It's literally a clip.
You don't
Do you
know if
have
it comes
potato
assembled,
chips?
Joey.
I'm fucking looking at the thing. It's 2 parts.
I'm looking at the thing.
I know it would be shit. Like she wasn't gonna have a good review of it,
Hers
but the fact that
probably
she
came without a clip somehow.
Probably.
Yeah, it's probably
It's just a
right.
sheet of orange acrylic.
Yeah.
She's like, what the fuck do I
Yeah.
do with this?
I just like it, don't drive at night with anything in
Blocking
front
your
of your
vision?
vision. Don't
Yeah.
do that. That
What if it
seems
makes
bad.
it HD night?
It's like night vision.
In
Oh.
HD.
I don't know, guys.
Nighter vision.
What if it helps
Seems
you
bad.
highlight your targets?
Oh, maybe.
Oh, it's a
You're-
HUD?
It's a HUD. It's a reticle.
Yeah.
Reticule.
Yeah.
Did you get an Iron Man HUD?
I'm just
in
thinking
your
it
thing?
looks like the thing that you'd flip down if you were in like a spacecraft or
After
an
you flipped up
aircraft.
your rocket button?
Yeah. To target your
If
thing.
I
You'd
built-
flip down this little screen.
This
and
is like something that if you built your child like a cardboard
Luke, you
rocket,
turned off your
you would
targeting
buy
computer.
that
Yeah.
to put in there.
Make sure you
Yep.
use this to look at the sun.
Yeah.
Just turned off his targeting computer.
Good
You all right?
job.
I'm fine. Luke, use the force.
Truly amazing.
Well done, Walmart.
You're doing it,
Um,
Walmart.
Keep doing what you're doing, Walmart.
Great job.
Delivering with drones, making shit products.
We love it. We're also sponsored by the most expensive burger.
Haven't we already had
I
a
was
most
gonna say,
expensive
didn't we do
burger?
burger?
This is a different one.
Second
Well, which
most
one's the most
expensive burger.
expensive?
No one can know.
They can't. Well, they can.
Are you guys
There's
supposed to
no
keep?
way.
You guys think I'm keeping track of this shit? I don't understand what you want
Gold
from
leaf, caviar, some sort of whiskey that is like
me.
sneezed
I know
at
that
it.
we haven't done this one. This
Okay.
one is the Fleur Burger, 5,000, and it is
special mushrooms.
$5,000.
Oh, that's okay.
Okay.
It's in the name.
So it's affordable.
Yeah, so it is it is in Fleur, in the Mandalay Bay in Las Vegas. So it's a Las
Oh.
Vegas thing.
Oh.
So
and
affordable
it is
And nearby.
local-ish.
so it is
local enough that you could do it.
Wagyu beef patty, obviously.
Sure.
And then
You shouldn't even have to say that.
Yeah.
frogwa,
course.
Gross.
Why?
foie
Gross.
and then he takes
Like where? Is
duck
it like
fat
in the patty or is it like on the burger
on top
like a
of
topping?
it, like
Okay.
like putting bacon on a thing, but
Yuck.
foie.
Okay.
Sounds amazing.
Foie gras is disgusting.
You
Yuck.
could not be more wrong. It's delicious, and I think that they deserve it.
The
They
birds
deserve to be-
ducks?
yeah, they deserve to be
Ducks?
force
Okay.
fed.
tastes better
Damn
because
it.
they deserve it.
It's good because you can feel their pain.
I've only had
Every
chicken foie
taste.
gras.
Foie gras is fucking awesome, but I wish there was. I mean, I'm assuming there's a more ethical way to do it now, but I don't
mean,
know
is
for
there?
sure. Yeah, I don't know. It's a
Can you
bummer.
just have non-plump gras?
No,
I
then
don't
it's
think it's the
just
same.
then it's
They
just
just foie.
Then
Yeah,
it's
then
just like
it's
a drippy sack.
yeah.
Yeah.
Then it's not.
You need
what
to be like
want.
stuffed.
Yeah, you need it to be fatty. Is the point. We
Fatty
don't-
liver.
Yes.
That's what I got.
Yeah, well, different. Even different.
Oh, okay.
And then he basically sautés a bunch of black truffles in duck fat.
Yeah.
And then that's it. So it's just Wagyu beef. It honestly looks pretty fucking good.
I mean, I've had like some duck fat truffle fries.
Yeah.
They
and
were
I-
good.
delicious.
And I'm sure that they probably get. But
Yeah.
of course, the main selling point is that it comes with a bottle of 1995 Petrus, which is a wine.
Of course.
Which is valued at.
About
4,000
$5,000. So
yeah,
most of it
4,900
is-
and
That's what I was gonna say.
$94.
$4,500.
So it's
Yeah.
more. It's mostly. I mean, they make it pretty clear. It's mostly for the bottle.
Yeah,
of
you're
it.
basically buying
Which
the
I didn't
bottle
know
wine.
about Petrus. Petrus is apparently a very expensive because it is a very very small vineyard in Bordeaux. So there's just like not a lot of it.
Supply and demand.
Yeah.
Well, I
So-
can't wait to eat that and piss it out.
Can I get just the burger without the?
You're not gonna
what is
eat
it? What does
that.
it cost to get the burger without the wine?
Oh, I don't think you can.
Oh well.
That's why they need to
There
get
is
rid
no
of them.
burger without the wine.
Yeah. Don't be stupid.
They have all
Also,
this foie
who
gras
gets a
that
glass
no
of
one wants.
wine with a burger?
I mean,
People
a
in
nice
Vegas.
red wine
You're
with a beef.
burgering
Is it a
burger.
red, though?
That's pretty good.
I mean,
yeah.
Then you need a beer.
A glass of red wine with some beef.
Like
Delicious.
a blue
Yeah.
moon,
Just
like a
saying that,
blue
like,
moon light.
with a
Mm.
burger is a little like a blue moon light in a glass bottle.
I mean, I'd
Cold,
fuck with it.
Liquid,
I'd fuck with it.
It's not cold anymore.
beerish.
someone offered
beer
it to me. I
adjacent.
suppose I'm not going to turn it down.
Yeah, if someone's like, here's
Near
a
beer.
if a sommelier is like, here's the perfect wine pairing for this burger, I'd be like, yes.
I'd
Thank
be
you.
like, how do you know?
I mean,
It's his job.
it's
but
his
like her
job to
job.
know.
But
No.
like, how do you know that?
Because
They
they
get to eat it.
What a dumb job.
It is a dumb job, but great job.
so dumb.
It's a great job.
No, it's awesome, but
Yeah.
like, it's the fact that they like convince people that's something they need is
We have dumb jobs like that.
Yeah.
not as dumb. They are dumb, but not as dumb.
There is a final product.
I mean, we both the similarity between the two is that we both make everything up of what we're doing.
yes, correct.
Okay.
When it comes out of us, it's bullshit.
My favorite thing in the world is like listening to people talk about wine, like sommeliers. And listen, I think it's a fun thing to learn about. It's great. But I still can never get over the fact when people will be like, rubber hose. I'm getting rubber hose. Or like shit like that. I'm like,
That's
they're like,
something people
they're like,
say?
it's not bad. It's not bad. But you know, just like that rubber hose taste. And I'm like, no, don't. I don't
No.
want that. But they'll just like, yeah, they'll just like throw shit out there that you're like, that sounds Bad. That sounds like bad wine.
All wine should taste
Gross.
like slightly tangy grape juice.
No,
Otherwise,
no.
get rid of it.
It
You
should make
have
my
a-
tummy warm.
You have a brain thing?
Me?
The person who's tasting rubber hose.
Is it like tasting colors but different? Like
It's just like always funny to me. I feel like I've seen that anytime I've seen sommeliers do. They always will like throw out some very specific tastes that I'm just like, I don't want that in my drink.
You don't want cat.
That
You don't want
is
sounds
that
bad.
supposed to make me
You want
want
cat
it?
litter? You want
Yeah,
cat litter?
it's
in
like
your drink?
it tastes like a catheter that's just been removed.
Yeah.
There's a little
A
hint.
1997
Little
stick
oaky.
shift.
There was.
Yeah, hint of piss.
We would get a
Bowling shoe.
we would
Yep.
get a
Gross.
we would get a card. I took a wine tasting class in school, and we would get a card and it had like the things
I
you could
forgot
taste
about
on
this.
Oh.
it. And one of the things is like that comes up often is like cat litter. And you go, huh, what's weird? And you taste it, and you just like I think because you're reading it, you're
You
you're
taste it.
looking for it, like
Yeah.
that sort of thing. But then we just drank it and kind of got a nice little buzz, and
At a
then
class.
and then
And then
downloaded
everything tastes like cat litter.
movies because the internet there was real good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that makes sense.
That was
a
when
good
we were at,
class.
It was,
at
good. It was a
IU.
great class. We got a little snack too.
When we were at IU, they policed the internet there. You couldn't really download stuff on campus.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
you could on this because it was all like the interlocking, like it was the closed network. Whatever, there's like a closed network that had like its own file sharing thing that was huge as well too. So it wasn't like you're going out grabbing pirates. It was like
I see.
people had the shit already, and you could all connect to it locally through the thing, and it was
That's
super
nice.
fast.
Mm.
You get a bunch of fucking nerds at Purdue.
Fucking
Fucking
dorks.
nerds.
dorks.
Fucking nerds.
Great
Anyway,
for pirating though.
and we're also sponsored by.
Yeah.
Trucks! Drive 'em!
Beep, beep.
And of course, we are also sponsored by the sadly yellow jacketed, but they paid us through 2025. We're of course talking about the former XFL team, your favorite, my favorite, our favorite, the LA Wild Jackets. Go Jackets. We'll find them one day.
I know
When
it's
are
not really related, but just like kind of related. But I'm really pumped for the Olympics to start.
Oh yeah, I mean it's soon, right?
Yeah,
like
it's
very
real
soon.
soon, like
Is it
couple
August?
weeks.
Oh no, it starts in a week.
No, a couple weeks.
Oh, a couple weeks.
You
okay.
know, we only have like 18 more months of Wild Jacket
Life?
sponsorships.
Yeah, only 18 more
Only
months.
18 more
before
months of Wild
Their
Jackets.
money runs out.
I
Yeah.
say we only have to do this bit for like another year and a half.
For,
It'll be
for
really
36 more time. Well, maybe a little bit.
They might find them
35.
at some point.
Well,
We don't know.
yeah,
They might find
We
him.
we got to wait till the next season of Yellow Jackets comes
Yeah.
out so we know
Yeah.
what to rip from.
Yeah, that's a good point.
They're in like
Uh,
a cult or something. I don't
yeah,
know.
something
Should we
like that.
change it? Should they be something else?
Wild Jackets?
Yeah. Yeah.
They are the Wild Jacket now.
They
That's right.
Can't
they
change
are
it
wild.
now.
They are wild.
Well,
Jacket.
yeah, I know.
He is
They-
Wild Jacket, the one that ate them all.
He is Wild Jacket.
He
But
is-
did they
He is
maybe,
we.
maybe they crash landed and it was actually in Canada and they formed a hockey team?
No.
No.
No, they would have come back to their lives.
Secret hockey team. No, because it's up in remote Canada, and all
would've
they have
gone
is
back to
all
their
they have
lives,
is hockey.
Brian.
Oh,
They'd have
yeah.
gone back to their lives.
It's on ponds. It's on a pond. It's not a rink.
Hockey ponds?
Interesting.
Yeah, hockey ponds.
I don't like this version.
No.
Yeah,
No.
I think it's kind of.
I want them to eat each other.
All right, well, I didn't say.
Yeah.
Did I say they didn't? When did I say they didn't?
You
Oh,
were.
yeah,
There's got to be
insinuating that maybe
losers.
They're not.
Yeah, they're wearing
Oh,
knives.
you're saying they're
Sure,
playing
sure.
hockey up there, but they're eating
They're
the losers.
determining
Yeah.
how to eat, who to eat based on that.
Yeah.
That's
Stupid. it's
Well,
on Tubi. I
Is
bet.
it? Yeah.
Can I just say, I'd like to make that clear. That's not official canon.
Okay, good. Thank you.
And then
Yeah, and then
And then we are also sponsored by.
in Kyle's Crisis Corner, hangovers. It's been a while since I've truly had a hangover, and today I truly had one. And you know what?
Sucked.
It fucking suck.
Yeah.
So how
It suck a lot.
has it been very apparent that you were older?
I mean, like, yeah. I mean, I think that this is like the first time in like a long time that I've had like a full blown like I am hungover. I think there have been other times where you'll just like have
I
two
drank a little too
drinks
much.
and then you're like normally that wouldn't do anything, but the next day you're like, what the
I was about
fuck?
to ask,
like,
was
why?
this like brought on by less drinks than you would have expected?
No, this
or
was
just,
brought on
like-
by the appropriate amount.
Okay.
Of
Yeah.
drinks.
This is a hangover. This is
But
a
it-
drink like you're 25,
was
but
4th
But
of
it
also-
still
July.
hit a little
Yeah.
harder than you
Yeah,
would
yeah,
have
yeah. It was fourth.
expected.
It was harder than it should have been. Yeah, but
Yeah.
it was still. It was. Yeah. It was 4th of July barbecuing, and like we.
It
you know,
happens.
it happens. I think it was not so much the volume of the drink, but the varied amount of drinks that that I
That'll do it.
imbibed. I think that's what it was. But
Also, was it like a long duration of drinking?
Yeah, I mean, not a crazy long time, but yeah. Oh, yeah. No, it was a crazy long time. Yeah. Not crazy long. It's not like it was all day, but it was like
Most of it.
afternoon into the evening.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I've
Dude, I
never
get
had
you.
a hangover that I've been able to function during. When I have had hangovers,
yeah.
it's debilitating and I throw up all day.
Okay. So what I like to do is so last night I laid down and immediately got the spends, and
Mhm.
I'll just take care of the puking
That night.
that night. We'll just get it. I got up like 3 different times. Like my girlfriend was there, and so she just got to see me get up, talk to her, go out, vomit, come back, report the color of the vomit because it was distressingly red because there were strawberry margaritas.
Sure.
It's
Or no, watermelon margaritas.
Oh,
Throwing
okay.
up blood and
Yeah, throwing up watermelon margaritas. And yeah, I just would like go throw up, come back, we chat a little bit, and then
Go.
I'd feel bad. I'd go throw up again, come back, chat a little bit,
Ugh.
and then then I woke up this morning and just didn't feel good. Felt
I
bad.
I think that
Well, that's how you know you're old because you vomited it out and you still felt terrible.
Exactly.
afterwards.
I mean,
As if you had
genuinely
kept
though,
it
right?
in.
Yeah, and that was like I had like 2 liquid IVs yesterday. I was drinking one before I went to bed, though maybe I threw some of that up. So
That didn't
might
make
have
it
been
out of
part
you.
of it. Yeah.
is that just
Um,
like hyper Gatorade?
It's just Gatorade but
Yeah.
powder. Yeah, it's the stuff that's in Gatorade but powder form.
You just mix it into your water.
Well, so you
bottle.
got to take the stuff you're supposed to do before you start drinking.
I did.
Oh, yeah.
I did one
Oh.
earlier in the day.
Maybe you
Which
took
was the
too many
other thing
things.
was that I was like, I'm gonna be real responsible because all the day I was like really hydrating. I drank like
Didn't matter.
my water bottle many times over, had a liquid IV, had whatever a bunch of shit. I
and,
just
then, and
was
then
like,
and then your body was like the next day was like, you're 39. Fuck
yeah,
you.
basically.
Yeah.
yeah.
Fuck
So
you.
it was
That
fine.
shit doesn't work.
It
Nice
was-
try, idiot.
I will say,
nerd.
listen. I turned it up near the end of the night, and it
Well,
was unnecessary.
there
But
you go.
that's when it would happen, right? Where
Yeah.
you're
Yeah.
just like you've lost.
You run the buzz hard
inhibition.
enough. You're
Yeah.
like, I'll push this a little bit
Yeah,
more
yeah,
and go to
yeah.
sleep, and then that's not the
should
problem.
have just been water time.
Yeah.
But I do remember screaming at some point, "I'm never drinking water."
That sounds right. That tracks.
Perfect.
That's
Yep.
the Kyle I know.
I drank 1 beer and then took a nap on my couch.
That sounds great.
That was good.
I made an absurd amount of food.
I had a margarita
Absurd.
popsicle.
That sounds
Mark
nice.
Pop?
Yeah, there's like
Mm.
those long tube kind,
Yeah.
Mhm.
and it has a margarita made with agave wine.
Hey, wow.
Thanks.
Delicious.
Aldi.
And then we all got to breathe
We're
some
good.
beautiful air today.
Yeah, that was great. I
Why?
loved it.
Got some wonderful freedom fog, as one of my coworkers called it. I
Oh,
like
that's
that
good.
a lot.
Yeah,
I was
that's
like,
all
freedom
the
fog is
fireworks.
very good to describe it.
My neighborhood was not quite the war zone that it was last year. It was crazy.
Oh, yeah.
This year it was
It felt
still
pretty
good, but it was.
I think people are less stoked about America.
Yeah, I don't know. Based on the air quality, because I got like the air quality warnings
Yeah.
and stuff. Based on that, didn't seem like people were still as stoked as America as usual.
I think it was. I don't know. I mean, like there was a lot happening,
Yeah.
but it definitely felt like our immediate neighborhood was not as bad. Like I
Yeah.
took
No,
the
I
dogs
agree.
out
Same.
really late, and I was still hearing them when we were out
Way
in the
off
yard.
in the distance.
Yeah, but they weren't like
Yeah.
Yeah,
in
my
our
dog.
neighborhood,
Same.
and usually they're in
It was
like
not-
within a
yes.
couple. Like usually they're within a block or two.
Or next
It's
door.
usually on my block,
Across the
and
street.
it was
Mm.
pretty. Yeah, there wasn't really much.
My
going
dog didn't
on
lose her
my
mind
actual
either
block.
too much, but she's also like 50% of the time she'll lose her mind.
My
not
dog
always.
was so high.
Yeah, Watley lost a lot of hearing between last year and this year, so,
So he's
that
feeling
helps
pretty
some.
good.
That helps a lot.
He like got pissed at Wendell every time he heard
Oh my
something
gosh, it was
loud.
so
He kept
funny.
going like, ah!
Every
Like-
single time that he got annoyed by a firework, he like lunged at Wendell, like as if it was his fault.
Shut up!
Yeah,
Stop it!
Trying to sleep over here.
every time he went after Wendell.
It was
pretty
really
funny.
funny.
It's pretty good.
anyways.
There was an asshole neighbor across the street that it's like over here ish that would set off those ones that like shake your shelves, but not till
it's just
11:30 midnight one.
Yeah.
When you're
just
like
an M80. Just a big bang. Not even
like
I
you
know.
see
I hate that
nothing.
shit.
It's just to be a fucking cocksucker at like 1 a.m.
Yeah, I hate that shit.
Yeah.
That shit
But
sucks.
luckily didn't have any of
none
those.
of that last night. Yeah.
I am shocked. I was ready to drug my dog every night, like
This week.
but
We've heard it every day,
honestly, yeah, I've heard it, but it wasn't that. It
wasn't
hasn't
bad.
Yeah.
been that bad. So.
People maybe realize that in this economy, maybe don't set your money on fire.
Well,
Literally.
maybe true. I would if I had a fireworks.
Also,
guy.
it was so hot.
So hot.
It was very hot.
So hot.
I felt
Hard
pretty
to
good.
do fire things when it's so hot.
It was fine where I was.
Oh,
It was
maybe-
probably 30
maybe that
degrees
helped the
cooler.
valley.
It was
tame
like
things down a bit.
82.
Wow.
Yeah, actually,
Yeah.
it wasn't terrible
it was
yesterday.
pretty
Think
good.
about it. It was warm, but like it
So.
wasn't like.
Yeah.
It was when we got in the car after we took the kids to Dave and Buster's. We got in the car, turned the AC on full blast. AC is cold immediately. The van is very good. But the way the AC was blowing, it was like cutting my face like this.
Yeah.
This part of my face that was just not in the AC
Mhm.
was on fire. And this was cold, like to 60 degrees.
Yeah.
It was the weirdest feeling.
Weird.
Because, like, it was so hot, the cold air wasn't filling up the car. It was just cold where it was blowing out.
Yeah.
Weird.
I also experienced today, which I have not had to think about in a long time. I feel like a shorts on a dark leather interior.
Oh wow. Yeah. No,
Ooh.
thank you.
It's been a long time since I had to worry about that.
Ouch.
Yeah. Yeah.
In the van?
Yeah.
We don't have leather.
Yeah, we do.
It's leather?
Yeah.
Oh.
Wow.
I wear
What did
shorts.
you think it
Well,
was?
fancy
Maybe my
pants.
shorts are lower. They ride lower.
What did
Well,
you
they
think?
go longer on your leg.
Okay,
Yes.
stop.
Yeah.
What did you think your seats were made of?
I don't know, like some sort of weird plasticky thing. You know,
Some
like a,
weird leather-like substance.
Yeah.
Human, human skin.
like pleather.
Oh yeah, yeah,
Or
yeah.
human skin.
Oh, robot skin.
Oh yeah,
Robot skin.
I'm
Robot
excited
skin.
for
Yeah.
them to finally
Lab
put sweat
grown
glands,
robot
skin.
sweat glands and pores on our seats.
in our,
I can't wait.
SUVs and
I can't
can't
wait for
wait.
my van to sweat.
Yeah, I can't wait for my van bo.
Oh, why am I so
For my
moist already?
sweat
Oh, it's the chair
to
again.
Mix with the van sweat.
Finally.
Just make a puddle on the seat.
Mm,
You guys got to be
Ugh.
careful because this is getting my mind to spinning.
I don't know what that means, and I don't like that.
Yeah, I'm gonna draw some pictures. And
Oh,
send them to
okay, great. Thanks.
you. Thanks everybody for listening. You can find more LOLJKpodcast.com. Also our Patreon, patreon.com/LOLJKpodcast.
Yes.
We are at 50 patrons total, not all paid, but 50 patrons total. So I think we need to do some sort of 50
Sure.
thing at some point.
Probably.
I feel like there was another Patreon thing that I'm spacing on right now, but I should have Super Mario Bros. The penultimate installment
Ooh.
this episode, and then the last episode next episode will be the last one for Mario.
Wow.
But we appreciate all you patrons. Thank you for helping this show exist,
Thank
Yes.
you.
and thank you for listening. And we'll see you next time. I've been Joey Reinish.
Comic Bay.
I'm Kim.
I'm Brian.
Goodbye.
Goodbye.